Welcome again to the Convention of the Rights of Children, as called from the UN. And it will be good for us to talk about Article 9. Article 9, we said yesterday, reads the child has the right to live with his or her parents unless this is not in the best interest of the child. The child has the right to maintain contact with parents if separated from one another. So the question now is, what would you imagine as I speak? Could you begin to think of the factors, the things, the circumstances under which a child will have to be removed or separated from the parents? Because we're told here that the child has a right to live with his or her parents unless that is not in the best interest of the child. So what do you think will not be in the best interest of the child, and what could trigger that? Remember that we also looked at the happenings both in the past, and sure, it is worse now in recent times and prevalent in some regions more than others, where a parent takes a child, hands the child over to somebody in the form of, or under the guise of care, and has the excuse of lack, poverty, wants this particular child to be traded into child labor. The child goes to earn without saying what he earns, and the money is sent to family, in quotes, the parents would say, to take care of the other children. So this sacrificial lamb is tormented, tortured, dehumanized, abused, maltreated, at times even dissected, depending on the reason for which the trafficker came for that child. And then we begin to talk about pull and push factor, or push and pull factor. Any child that is found in this kind of circumstance, of course, if the state gets hold of such a child and finds out and confirms that the parents are truly guilty, would you advise that the child, or such a child, be returned to that kind of family? The few times that people have had to get hold of these children, maybe through whistleblowing and all that, and instead of going through the normal legal way, they want to reconcile, they want to restore according to them, and they send these children back to their parents. Such parents re-traffic the children. That's for the ones that survive anyway, because some of them have met with fertility and have died. Then we look at this kind of parents and they tell you they have some justification. The matter here is preparedness. When you have some big teeth, you need big lips to cover them. Like I would always say, it's an African parlance, and it's very, very functional when you look at most of these issues around us. One person or one couple has 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 children. If they did such things in those days where agriculture and some form of artisan jobs needed hands, and great grandparents had to have so many wives and many children to help them in their farms, to sustain them, to be able to feed, to be able to do, and maybe sustain their skills. What about now? The story now is